Stop losing your work in the terminal. Google just dropped session management in Gemini CLI. This changes everything for developers. You can now resume exactly where you left off. No more starting over from scratch. Google just released version 0.20.0 of Gemini CLI, and this update is actually insane. They added automatic session management, and I'm going to show you exactly what this means and why it matters. But first, let me explain the problem. You're working in your terminal building something with Gemini CLI. You've got this whole conversation going with context about your code, tool outputs, and model reasoning. Everything is perfect. Then you close your terminal by accident, or your computer crashes. All of that context is completely gone. You have to start over from scratch and re-explain everything to the model. Well, that problem is now completely solved with this new update. Gemini CLI now automatically saves every single session you create. Everything you do gets saved in the background without you doing anything. Your prompts, the model responses, every tool that gets executed, and all your token usage stats, all of it gets saved automatically. And here's the cool part about this whole thing. It's completely automatic and you don't have to do anything special. No manual saving commands and no special syntax while you work. It just happens in the background while you focus on your actual work. Sessions get stored locally per project directory on your computer. So if you're working on 3 different projects at the same time, each one gets its own separate session history. The CLI automatically knows which project you're in and switches to that project's sessions without you thinking about it. Now, the commands are super simple and easy to remember. To resume your latest session, you just type Gemini -- resume. That's literally it. One simple command, and you're back to exactly where you were before. You can list all your sessions with Gemini -- list - sessions, and this shows you everything, all your session names, timestamps, and unique session IDs. Then you can resume a specific session by its index number like Gemini -- resume 5, or you can use its unique session ID if you prefer that method. Both work perfectly and give you the same result. Session retention is really important too if you use this daily. If you're using Gemini CLI every single day, your session history could get really big over time. Google thought about this problem and added automatic cleanup policies. You can configure how long to keep sessions in a simple settings.json file. For example, you could say keep sessions for 30 days maximum, or keep only the 50 most recent sessions and delete the rest. The oldest sessions automatically get deleted based on your settings. And there's even a safety limit built in. Sessions that are newer than 1 day never get auto-deleted no matter what. So you don't accidentally lose any of today's work, which would be terrible. Now let me show you some real use cases that actually matter. Imagine you're refactoring a big code base that takes weeks to complete. You have different sessions for analyzing the architecture and planning your approach, other sessions for testing different approaches and seeing what works, and more sessions for fixing bugs that come up during the process. With session management, you can jump between all of these sessions easily. You're not locked into one single linear workflow anymore, which is huge. Or let's say you're doing research and learning about a new technology. You ask Gemini CLI dozens of questions about different concepts. It gives you code examples and explains complex ideas. All of that gets saved automatically in your session. You can come back tomorrow or next week and resume that exact research session. Continue learning exactly where you stopped without losing any context. Sessions are stored in a hidden folder on your computer. The exact path is ~gemini/.tmp/project hash/chats. Each project gets its own unique hash for organization. The session files include absolutely everything from your conversations, your complete conversation history with every message, all tool execution details, and what happened. Token usage statistics for every interaction, even the assistant's reasoning summaries when they're available. This is not just saving your prompts and the responses, it's saving the entire context of how the AI was actually thinking. That's incredibly powerful for understanding what happened in any session. Quick tips for you to get the most out of this. Always check your session retention settings first. Make sure they match your actual workflow and how you work. Use the list sessions command regularly to see what you have saved. Clean up old sessions you don't need anymore to save space. And definitely use the interactive resume browser instead of command line. It's way easier than trying to remember specific session IDs or numbers. You can see visual previews of each session, search by keywords to find exactly what you need fast, find the exact session you want in seconds. Installation is really simple and takes 30 seconds. Open your terminal right now and type npm install -g at google/gemini-cli at latest. That command installs the latest version globally on your system. Then check your version with Gemini-V to confirm it worked. Make sure it says 0.20.0 or higher. And that's literally it. You're completely ready to go. Start using Gemini CLI like you normally would. Your sessions will automatically save in the background. And when you need to resume anything, just use the commands I showed you earlier. Official resources are available if you want to learn more. There's a full documentation page at geminicli.com/docs/CLI/session-management. It has all the technical details and advanced configuration options. There's also the Google developers blog post about this specific feature. They go deep into the implementation details and design decisions. And of course, there's the GitHub repository at github.com/Google-Gemini/Gemini-CLI. You can see the actual source code, report any issues you find, check out the release notes for updates, and join the growing community. All the links are in the description below for easy access. What makes this update truly special is how it changes everything. It completely changes how you interact with AI in the terminal environment. Before this update, every single session was temporary and disposable. You had to finish what you started or lose it forever. That creates so much pressure and makes you rush. It discourages exploration and experimentation with new ideas. With session management, that pressure is completely gone. You can take breaks whenever you need them. You can experiment with different approaches freely. You can try new things without worrying because you know you can always come back to any session. It makes AI assistants feel more like a real collaboration, like working with a colleague who actually remembers everything, not just a tool that forgets everything as soon as you close it. Some people might think this feature is just for advanced users, like you need to be a power user to actually benefit from it. That's absolutely not true at all. This actually helps beginners even more than experts. When you're learning something new, you need to take breaks often. You need to come back to examples and review them. You need to see what you did before. Session management makes all of that completely possible and easy.